Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a long overdue update on my candle project. So because I was out of town for a minute and I had some other videos I prioritized, this is long overdue. So I'm going to quickly jump in with the candles. I didn't use much or at all. I was really overloaded on pumpkin during the things I pulled for this last month. And I was getting really burnt out on pumpkin. So some of these scents I didn't even reach for. So one of those being the Bath & Body Works Spice Pumpkin and Patchouli. Didn't even go for this. Same situation here. We have the Homeworks Pumpkin Caramel Drizzle. Also didn't even touch. I have two more single wicks, Pumpkin Snickerdoodle and Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. More pumpkin. Didn't reach for those. And then I also had the Country Apple Butter from Homeworks. I did burn this one time, but I didn't even remark it because I only did it one time. So this is obviously not a pumpkin scent, but I was focusing so heavily on my other ones. And like I said, I was also getting so burned out on pumpkin that I was kind of just like, you know what, let me continue to focus on my other candles. So let me show you the candles I did have some progress on. So I worked on Mahogany Vanilla. This is kind of like my bedroom scent. Here is the progress. I have a lot of buildup over here, but if you can tell, I think I marked that pretty accurately. Yeah, it's kind of building up, but I feel like my single wicks mostly correct themselves. I'm also considering with this specific candle, because it's more like my bedroom scent, I might put this in the lineup for the crock and just crock it and be done with it. I really like this scent, but I have another bedroom candle, which is like getting older, like kind of old. It's the oldest candle in my collection for the most part. And I think I just want to start working on that one and maybe just crock this. I've already been working on this for what, 4 months at this point. This will be going into my 5th month. Is that correct math? 1, 2, 3. This will be my 4th month. So yeah, I feel like I need to set like a threshold of how long I want to work on these types of scents before I'm like, okay, just crock them. So this might happen with that one. I also worked on this Vanilla Bean. I feel like I really liked this jar, but it's starting to get like really scuffed up and stuff. So I was originally going to keep it, but now I feel like it's starting to get kind of damaged. But I'm making really good progress on this one. I think it's like probably right about here. So that's pretty good. Maybe like right here. Yeah. So that's pretty good. I don't think it'll go much longer. Once again, I could easily crock this as well if I wanted to. I don't remember if Strawberry Pound Cake was in this last, if I was still working on it this last go around, but I actually finished that one if I was still working on it. So that one like totally put itself out. That's like the first time I've ever had a candle do that. It was amazing. There's 3 heavy hitters that I really worked on were White Pumpkin from Bath & Body Works. So made some good progress on this one. I think this is the candle that was really burning me out on the pumpkin. I don't think I love this. Like, it's just pumpkin, no spice, nothing. And I think this is what like kind of turned me off of the pumpkin, because I feel like I would like those other scents, but I think I started with this one because it was one of my older ones and just kind of turned me off. So I'm actually keeping this in the project. I think kind of my rationale with this project is I'm going to try to always keep like the 3 candles with the least amount of wax in them in my like seasonal bucket. Carry them over to the next month in hopes that I could finish them versus just like putting them back and starting more. And this is one of those 3. So this one's actually just going to go in the lineup for the crock. I know it's mostly full, but I just don't love it. And I think if it was blended, like say I was doing wax and this, it could be better because it's just not enough spice for me. So I think that's why I didn't love it as much as I maybe thought I initially did. And then, the candle I think I got the most use on, like it's very apparent I used this the most, and it was definitely my focus candle. It was the Wicked Apple. This was like a caramel apple type scent. This one was brand new when I started, and it's black so it's hard to see, but it was up here and now it's all the way down here. This one has started burning extremely hot. So I think once again, I'm also kind of over the scent at this point in the year, but there's so little wax left. I'm like, I'm just gonna cock this. But it was beautiful as a luminary. Like, I don't know if you can tell with those bats. It was really cool. Oh my gosh, I keep calling them bats. They're ghosts. Every time I light this candle, I'm like, look at the bats lit up. And I keep thinking of that meme or TikTok or Vine or whatever it was, where the girl's like, it's freaking bats. Like, I keep thinking of that every time I light this, but they're ghosts. Every time I freaking call them bats. But yeah, so this one was really cool, but I just don't know that I want to continue to burn it. There's so little left. I want to just put it in line to crock. And so that'll be 2 of my 3 I'm carrying over. That should be really quick because I feel like this segment right here, I'm going to do an update fairly fast in December because I'm kind of a little bit behind and I want to get to the holiday scents, if you know what I mean. And then this is my other candle I'm once again keeping in. It's Hot Cider Donut. I feel like I'm finally starting to make some good progress on this though. So this was the first go. And then I know this only has like 2 more marks from the top, but I think the first time I had this in, I didn't burn it at all. So I think this is the third, this was the 3rd round, if that makes sense. But I have found from, I believe the Instagram account is Wax and Facts, maybe. They were talking about, I feel like I finally have gotten this to get like a really even burn all the way across. Like I was having a lot of side residue, and because I can't put these candles in crocks, since I can't crock these, I feel like we have Gemma scratching, of course. Gemma. Since I can't put these in crocks, I feel like I really want them to pull out and like burn as evenly as they can. So you can tell there's a little bit of residue in here, but this account Wax and Facts has these like candle topper things that they talk about. So I went on and I bought one. I'm gonna show it to you. I picked out the cat naturally. And essentially this is just like a metal piece, but it goes on top of your candle like so. And it essentially just like traps the heat in so that it like pulls evenly. I only had this on for like 15-20 minutes and it was like getting to the point where it was so hot that it was like getting that residue. So I think what I will do going forward is just burn my candle, and then at like the last 5 minutes or so when I feel like I'm about to put it out but it's not fully pulled out, I'll just put that on really quickly. That does get really hot. So like I didn't think it would be as hot as it was. I like almost burned myself. Like you're not supposed to touch it. It says don't touch it, and they're not kidding. Naturally, you know, I was like, how hot can it be? It was really freaking hot. So it did really help though, and that is just called candle toppers. They have like a bunch of stuff on there. And I got just like the standard Homeworks size because I feel like Homeworks is what I struggle with. I got a Bath & Body Works, but since I have a crock for them, I feel like they're not as much of a struggle. So things I'm going to be rolling in to start on during my hopefully like short period in December. I'm rolling in a coffee scent. So I'm going to start working on my pumpkin spice latte. This is the last year's version. This is the 2021 version. So this one I need to mark it, but this one is completely full. The wicks look a little bit funny there, but these I like to, my coffee scents I like to work on in the weekend. So I figured I'd roll this in. I initially was going to try and work on my vendor coffee wax on the weekends, but I did post a ton of wax on my D-Stash page, which will be listed down below if you guys haven't checked it out already. And I was like, you know what, why am I holding out on my coffee candles? Because I really want to get into some of them. Like this one, for example, amazing scent. And I feel like the season's essentially passed by now for this, but I'm still gonna do it. So I was like, you know what, I D-stashed a bunch and I was like, I'm gonna put in a coffee scent. And then I have 4 more seasonal scents. So I have a single wick in leaves. This is one of my candles that was in the way when I had a waxidant to go on. So I've had a couple of candles like this, but this one I actually have worked on in the past. I need to remark it, But I think this is one of the, like, a perfect scent that I'm craving right now. I plugged in a perfect autumn wallflower, and that type of scent is exactly what I want right now. A spicy apple, heavy, like holiday. That is totally what I'm craving. So I'm hoping this leaves helps me get some of that while I kind of work on some of these other candles. And so this, I need to remark, but starting at a decent pace, I feel like if I work on this even a little bit, I can get through it. Same thing, I could easily just toss this in the crock in the end if I have to, but this is just a single wick, but I feel like this scent is strong enough in the single wick. It does okay. And then I am also pulling in a Marshmallow Fireside. I feel like this is perfect for this cozy time of year. Oh, it's Marshmallow Fireside. You can't get around it. So this one, while it's completely not the scent preference I'm talking about, like that deep spiced apple holiday, it's also not pumpkin. And so I feel like it's enough difference that I'm gonna still want to reach for it. And I think this is just the perfect scent for like cozy night. While I feel like that spiced type of scent is more of like put you in your holiday feels, I feel like this is like a cozy, we're watching a movie type scent. So I do want to pull this because now that we are getting close to those holidays where like Corey and I kind of just like to chill and like hang out and watch movies, I feel like that's going to be a good one for that. And then I feel like this is going to be another one that's totally up my alley right now that I want, Harvest Gathering. So I don't think I've actually ever burned a Harvest Gathering, but the notes are fresh picked apple, autumn berries, and clove buds. You guys know this is exactly what I'm talking about right now. Like this is the type of scent I really, really am craving. So Harvest Gathering. And then I also am rolling in an autumn pumpkin patch. This is just like on my list of older candles that I feel like I should work on. So this one, completely unburned. I feel like this one, while it is pumpkin, I feel like there's a hint of bakery in there. So it says heirloom pumpkin, fresh ginger, red apple, and cinnamon sugar. I feel like because this is a fall 2021 candle that I'm getting more of the cinnamon sugar and not just like straight up pumpkin. So I feel like this one will be okay. And also this should be the only pumpkin candle. I don't really feel like pumpkin spice latte is a pumpkin candle. To me, it's a coffee candle. So really this, I think, should be the only pumpkin candle. I obviously am going to crock that white pumpkin, like I said, but this being the only pumpkin, I could like also pair it with the leaves. I feel like that's okay. I feel like I have a better variety this go around than I did last time. Once I started to get into the month, I was like, I only have pumpkin, I feel like, and I totally feel burned out. So that is my update for my candle project. Sorry, this was kind of fast, but I literally want to just get this up so I can start working on these candles. Can you blame me? So that's what I have for this video here today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.